All right, welcome back to the DNA show. I'm Drake Dietrich. This is Ashton Gray. Week 3
So, guys,
in the books.
yep. History in the books. Probably best game I've ever seen in my life. I'm the happiest person in the world. Uh, there's nothing more I can say about it.
And if you couldn't guess it already, the game he's talking about is the Miami Dolphins
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
whomping,
Go Reek.
whomping the
Let's
Denver
go.
Broncos. What was it by? 50 points?
50 points, 70 to 20.
70 to 20.
Second highest scoring game of all time by one team.
All right, let's ask the controversial question. Should he have kicked the field goal to break the record?
I think they should have got another touchdown. I mean, I think they should have just kept going. They
Sean
should not have
Payton.
ran the ball at all.
It's got to be
Go
hard
ahead.
if you're Sean Payton. In his post game, obviously he's not happy, but God, it was
No, who cares? It's Sean Payton.
yeah, left the Saints high and dry. Anyways,
Mhm.
it was a great game. Um, Absolute butt kicking. No other way to
Yep.
put it. Such a fun game to watch. God, seeing Tua dance in a conga line
The conga line was awesome.
gave me so much joy.
We had
Um,
I think real talk before we get into anything else. I think like for real, if the MVP wasn't really a quarterback award, there's no reason Tyreek shouldn't get it. But because it is. Well, granted, we're only 3 weeks in, but you know, if it wasn't a quarterback award, Tyreek is top of the chain right now.
I would rather Tua win it than Tyreek, anyways. Tyreek's already had so much success in his career. I'd rather Tua get it. Give Tyreek
Yeah,
Offensive
but
Player of the Year.
he'll get it.
Anyways, before we go any further, people have been talking. A few the 50 people that have seen this podcast. Shout out all the subscribers.
So
They said you have a sort of a podcast voice. What do
I
you
have
say to
podcast voice.
what do you say to people who say that you try to have a podcast voice?
No, I'm just good at everything.
Okay, yeah,
That's pretty much it.
that's what I told
Yeah.
them too.
I'm just good at everything. There's no denying that. So
I didn't tell them. Anyways, let's get into week 3. Um, First game I have it down is Titans 3, Browns 27.
crazy,
Did,
crazy deal there.
I did not
Uh,
expect the Titans to go into Cleveland and get beat like that.
I did not either. Deshaun Watson actually kind of played out of his mind. 289 yards with 2 touchdowns. Where this is prime Houston. Uh, Deshaun Watson. He's coming back. So
No, I don't think so. That Titans defense is just not there this year. Anyways, Jerome Ford is going to be a solid backup while Chubb is gone. If you do not
yeah, I mean, you can't
if he's available on your waivers and fantasy, pick immediate pickup.
immediate pickup.
He's a dog.
He's I think the Browns will be fine. They'll go a solid 6-11, but
No, not a playoff
no,
team.
not a playoff team.
Titans are bad.
Yeah, they're two
Easy
and one right
dub.
now, but I can only see them winning probably 4 more games.
Who the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was a ugly game. Get the bad ones out of the way. Speaking of getting the bad ones out of the way, Falcons and Lions. Falcons 6, Lions 20. I actually am
Uh,
very high on the Lions this year. I
I
like
am
the
high on the
Lions.
Lions also. I picked the Falcons, but I am high on the Lions. Um, you know, the Falcons actually have a pretty decent team. I could see them winning the division still, but you still have to go through the Saints, which we'll get to the Saints game too. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. With Jordan
Well,
Love, you know, I don't
speaking
like the
of
Saints though.
speaking of picks, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. I lost this week. Ashton went 7-5. I went 6-6.
Yep.
Which, if you watched last week, I did not get my last few picks off, but
Yeah,
I
we'll get
digress.
we'll get yeah, we'll get all the picks off
Yeah.
next
Anyways,
time.
I should have worn my Tyreek jersey. I didn't realize we had the same exact one. Anyways,
Yeah, I actually
um,
put this on Sunday because you had it on. So
yeah. Speaking of back to the
I
Lions
didn't hear
game.
what you said cut out of it.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah,
my
go
Wi-Fi. back to the Lions game. I hate the way the Lions use Jahmyr Gibbs so much.
Yeah, I don't really get it. He still had 80 yards on 17 carries, which is still a great game for a running back, but there it's a very weird dynamic that their best player on their team is so underutilized.
It's frustrating as a fantasy owner too. I have him in my one of my leagues, and I feel like I feel like he should have 15 points a week.
Yeah, he should, but it's the Lions. Lions don't do anything right, but apparently they're clicking now. So
They're a tough, gritty team. I like the Lions a lot. Falcons were a fraud 2-0. I did not think I knew they were not going to last.
Jared Goff deserves his respect. That's all I gotta say about that.
All right, let's get into Saints 17, Packers 18. I I did not watch most of this game. I know Derek Carr is out with an injury. I don't know how long. I was glad to see Jameis Winston get some reps. I love Jameis Winston, even though he could not seal the deal. But
I think Jordan Love's just, that guy. You know what I mean?
I didn't
Like
watch
I
it, did
said, I'm
I?
on the love train. I'm on the love train. Everybody was saying at the first half of the game that Jordan Love sucked. He's the worst football player of all time. He's not, He came back in
Well,
the second half and really turned it up. So
I did. Yeah, I already had a great fourth quarter. I didn't watch it at all. So it's yeah, boring game. Not boring according to you, but I didn't watch it. So
it was pretty. It was pretty. I mean, Jordan Love threw was 260. He was 32 for 44 for 260. So I mean, what are you
okay,
gonna say? That's
decent
Aaron
game.
Rodgers numbers right there. So
And I believe Christian Watson was out, which makes it even more
yes, Christian Watson
impressive.
was out.
Aaron Jones was
Uh,
out.
Aaron Jones was out. There was one more person on offense, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I think the Saints.
I wish their O line could block though. That'd be I think they would be a serious team if their O line knew how to block
Yeah,
players.
The Saints are always they always do this every year. They should blow everybody or not blow everybody out, but they should
Well,
win the NFC South comp confidently, comfortably, and then they end up losing these games that they were on the road in Lambeau, which is a tough place to play, anyways. But all right, we touched on the Broncos and Dolphins, but I'm not going to spend all day talking about it, even though I could talk about it all day. I don't want to sound like a homer, which I am a Dolphins homer.
yeah, I'm just put this out here. Everybody's coming to the dark side now because we're winning and blowing people out. So
Yeah, please stay away.
just
Stay
remember,
where
all
you
your
were at.
friends were not Dolphins fans last week.
No,
So
stay where you were at.
yeah, stay over
We,
there. Be a Saints fan. Be a 49ers fan. I don't care. Don't come to the Dolphins. We got it.
if you weren't there with the
Me and you have been on Tua since he got drafted. I know you had your doubts for a second there, but
I
we
did. I admit it.
you have your doubts about everybody. Let's also say old A Chain. Actually, it's A Chan now. Did you see that?
I
Came
did
out
see
with
that.
PSA. Said he wants to be called A Chan.
I did see that.
Um, Great showing by the rookie running back. That is
Yeah,
just something you love to see.
4 touchdowns. When we drafted him, I knew he was going to be. I can't believe he fell to the fourth round. I knew he was going to be insane in our offense. But yeah, great pickup by Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is just a. I would die for that man.
Mike McDaniel is an evil genius, and I'm so
Yeah,
happy he's on our side.
our offense is just so fun to watch. Tua for MVP, please.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Enough talking about the Dolphins, even though I
Whoever
threw it all there.
MVP,
All right,
throw it up there. 3-0.
probably the my favorite game of the day, the Chargers and Vikings. Chargers 28,
Actually,
Vikings 24.
yeah, I didn't even get to watch that, but it was I think the Vikings are in a great spot. They just can't convert pretty much. It's not Kirk, it's not their offense at all because they score. I
Last
guess it's
year,
their defense. I haven't really watched the defense, but good.
last year when they were going crazy, I think they won. They may have won their first 11 games, all decided by
No,
one.
they won 11 in a row, but
Yeah,
it wasn't their
11 in a
first
row.
11.
11 in a row, all decided by one possession or less. This year, not so lucky. They've lost every
Yeah,
game by one
yeah.
possession.
the coin flip has not been nice to them. So
No. So Brandon Staley, if he loses that game, he is fired because I don't know if you saw it or not, but there's about 3 minutes left in the game. It was less than 2 minutes actually. It was probably 1:45. Chargers are on their own 22 maybe. They fourth and inches, go for it, don't get it. Vikings get the ball, a minute plus left, plenty of time to score a touchdown, and Kirk Cousins
it could,
couldn't get it done.
dude, Kirk Cousins is actually a really good quarterback. That is another sleeper quarterback on in fantasy. If you just don't have a good quarterback, go get Joe Mixon scored. Um, if you just go get Kirk Cousins from somebody's bench and just trade them your starting quarterback, they will give him to you because they don't know. But that is a fantasy quarterback right there. Just letting you know.
I do think this is his last season as a Viking though. I don't know if he makes it the whole season.
Come back up for two of them. I'm good with
The,
that.
the Jets may come calling.
Yeah, probably so. But
All right, let's keep it moving. Pats 15, Jets 10. It's great to see two AFC teams have a mid off or two AFC East teams. Makes me feel a lot
yeah, this is
better.
one of those games that I don't touch. This is either
Yeah,
it's a hit or miss of a shootout or the worst possible game you can ever watch.
yeah.
So
Zach Wilson is so bad. You see that Jets fan yelling so much his teeth fell out?
I heard about it. I didn't get to see the video, but
It was
I
pretty
was
funny.
I was riding around a lot Sunday, so
You know how hard you got to yell for your teeth to fall out? How mad you got to be? Yeah, he's
yeah.
bad. He's
I
bad.
think I think they're a solid middle of the pack team, but they're never gonna amount to anything unless they get an actual quarterback
A
that doesn't get hurt, obviously.
a very small part of me feels kind of bad for the Jets because they had such high hopes for this season,
Yeah,
and
they
then
had high
Aaron
hopes
Rodgers gets.
with Aaron Rodgers and Dalvin Cook coming.
But
Dalvin
it's a
Cook has
very
yeah,
small part of me that feels bad.
yeah. I don't really have any feeling towards them whatsoever,
Yeah,
but you can.
very small.
But
I don't know.
all right, what's
All right, Bills 37, Commanders 3. Um, it
the
was never close.
surprise game of the week?
Yeah, it was never
Somehow,
close.
somehow was shifty as possible.
I want Sam
And
Howell to be good so bad, and he's just
yes, somehow looked really good. He just could not do anything with it.
well,
He
I don't
just
know if he looked really good.
somehow always looks good.
He looks good as a off the field.
Go Tar
He's
Heels.
a good looking guy.
He also did throw 4 interceptions though. So
Yeah, and a pick six. Bills defense had 30 fantasy points. So
yeah,
yeah,
they
that's it's not my definition of
but
really good.
besides the interceptions, he looked good.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, this the Dolphins play the Bills in Buffalo next week.
Yeah.
A part of me
Looks
is
like Josh
nervous.
Allen is gonna have an off day.
Uh, the Bills Mafia, don't ever count them out.
Yeah, I mean it's in Buffalo too, and
Yeah, first off, let's go. Let's backtrack to last week when I called the Broncos a trap game. I've
yeah,
never been so happy to be
you said
wrong
it's
in
gonna
my
be
entire
close.
life.
It's gonna be closer than people think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was the biggest margin of win probably
somebody clip
ever.
that, please.
Yeah. Bad take on my part. Right hand up. Um, yeah, Bills look good. I think they're back. It should be a good game in Buffalo next week.
I believe Josh Allen will throw 3 picks next week.
That would be awesome.
They're
I really
they're
hope so.
too big play oriented. They don't like to march down the field. They like to get down there as quick as possible.
Yeah,
And Dolphins secondary doesn't let that happen. So, you know, they practice with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle every single day. There's no way anybody's getting behind them. So, you know what I mean? But
it is a big
Stephon
AFC
Diggs is always a deep ball
rivalry
threat.
game.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a big rivalry game. So I'm never gonna. It's
count them
hard
out.
to. Yeah, never gonna count them out.
We'll talk about our picks later. But
Actually, that'll be next episode.
yeah, next episode.
All right. Texans 37, Jags 17. I also missed on this one. I called the Jags. I called this a get right game for the Jags, and I was terribly wrong. The Jags looked terrible. CJ Stroud finally
and
coming
they
into his own.
they got wrong. Yeah.
DJ Stroud, Tank Dell,
Oh,
Tank
now he
Dell.
is. Now you're on the train.
Nah, Tank
Remember when I was saying
Dell.
he's the best quarterback in this draft?
Okay, yeah, I'm not basing that off. I think Anthony Richardson looks better even with the first 2 games he played.
No. Okay, whatever. Dang,
Anyways,
deep bomb. That was crazy.
I digress. Yeah, DJ Stroud looked good. Tank Dell was awesome. Trevor Lawrence looked very mediocre. I thought they would bounce back at home after a tough loss to the Chiefs, and they did
I
not. It
believe
was ugly.
I don't think this is the last time we'll see the Jags, though. I think they'll still somehow make the playoffs. Well, I say somehow. They don't really have the hardest division in football. So
Yeah, they ought
I
to win
assume
their
they're,
division.
yeah, I'm sure they'll win their division. I'm sure they'll probably win one game in the playoffs. Dolphins will probably have this turned into a Dolphins podcast. But if we get first round bye, it'll be the farthest we made it in the playoffs since I've been alive. So
You're getting too far ahead. Don't even say that. You just
I'm
jinxed it.
optimistic. I'm optimistic. I will be wearing a Dolphins jersey for every single uh, episode that we have of this podcast, however
Okay,
long it's
that's
going to
fair.
last.
That's fair.
To us next.
Yeah, I need to get his jersey by the way. All right. Next game: Colts 22, Ravens 19. Minshew mania, baby.
And Shoe Mania, baby.
Rankin County, stand
I'm
up.
I'm so sorry that I called you not a starting quarterback caliber player. So
Yeah,
that is
this is
my
actually
fault. Bad
this
take on
is
my end.
this is one of the picks that I actually got right over Ashton.
Yeah.
But no, it was I could watch him play every day. He is so
It's that
godlike.
it's that it's that Brandon Mississippi deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
He
we
just
breed
gets it.
them we breed them different in Rankin County.
Yeah.
But no, the Ravens didn't play bad.
No, they didn't.
Rainy
Lamar
day,
is not playing like Lamar at the moment though. So
2 rushing
he's
touchdowns.
who you talking about?
Lamar had two rushing touchdowns. I don't think he passed for any. He had maybe 200 something yards passing.
202.
Zay Flowers still looks pretty
He
good. I
did
like Zay.
he did have 101 yards on the ground though. So
Yeah, got me 22-ish fantasy points. Yeah, I think this game. I mean, neither team played bad. I think the Colts just played harder. That was a fun game. Minshew has something to prove. He'll be a starter on somebody's team by the end of the season. He'll be traded.
I don't know if he'll be traded much, or I think Anthony Richardson will come back and they'll ease him into that starting role again, but have him back up Gardner Minshew for probably the rest of the year
All right, here's a
if he
hypothetical.
keeps winning.
If you're a Jets fan, would you rather have Zach Wilson or Gardner Minshew starting for you?
I'm taking Gardner Minshew.
Okay, yeah,
His mom
I
taught
think
me in
he's
middle
more of
school.
a he's also a leader too. He attracts like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say he
I'm
attracts
not a
greatness,
Jets
but
fan. Let's put that out there. I'm not a Jets fan, obviously, but if I had to answer that question, Gardner Minshew.
yeah, if Gardner Minshew goes to the Chiefs, I mean the Jets, I hope they win every game by 1,000, except when they play the Dolphins.
Yeah, exactly. So
All right, let's keep it moving. Panthers 37, Panthers 27, Seahawks 37. This game was actually pretty fun. Andy Dalton may be back, even though they lost. He's back.
Jonathan Mingo, Brandon Boyd got hurt. He is
Uh,
currently day to day, I believe, or he might be out already for next week. But I didn't get to watch that game either, so I don't really know. I don't really have a whole much to talk about it. I
yeah,
haven't really.
I caught the back half of it. Adam Thielen also back. He had I know he had 2 touchdowns and over 100 receiving yards. Um, it was
145.
yeah, it was fun to see the old guys looking like they're still in their prime.
361.
Hey,
That's insane.
Andy Dalton did.
Yeah, 361 and 2 touchdowns. He was 34 for 58 and still lost by 10.
Yeah, 58 pass attempts is insane though.
Yeah, that's Miles Sanders has not had 9 carries. That was their leading rusher with 24 yards. So
Yeah, I like Andy Dalton. Sucks his career hasn't panned out. But yeah, that game it was a fun
Yes.
game. Came down to the wire.
Yeah.
Scored. It was a closer than a two possession game, if you ask me. Speaking of games that are not close, the Bears got whomped by the Chiefs, 41-10.
Taylor Swift, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I am so for that relationship, dude.
Let's get a talk. Let's get it turn into a drama podcast.
I think it's the
Uh,
coolest thing ever.
I think it is cool. It is cool also, but don't let that
Travis
distract you. Chiefs beating them 41-10.
Travis
Chiefs
Kelsey is
are
him.
Yeah, Chiefs are back, you know.
Okay, that
They
they played the Bears.
well,
Let's
they looked a little
pump the
shaky
brakes a
at the
little bit.
beginning. That's what they needed. I don't know who they are playing coming up. Who are they playing this week? They actually play the Jets, so that's another win.
Yeah,
Then the Vikings. So, and then the Broncos. Yeah, so they got a few wins ahead of them, and then they'll be all right.
Justin Fields is very, very, very bad though.
Yes, Justin Fields was very, very overhyped because he had no weapons. He has weapons now and can't make a read. Well, he does make a read, but he's scared to throw the ball.
Yeah,
So
I was high on him before the season started, but he does not look good. He is not. I didn't
sorry
realize
to
how
everyone
big he
who took
is.
him in fantasy.
Justin
Thinking
Fields
he
is
was
like 6'3", 225. That's like a linebacker build. I did not know he was that big.
yeah,
What'd you say?
he's a big guy. He
Yeah,
just also he terribly he
nah,
reads through his progression so terribly. I guess I should
he's
say.
bad.
Yeah.
One of the most fun games of the day, and I'm man enough to admit I was wrong about this game. The Cardinals put it on the Cowboys.
Who called it? Who
You
called it?
called it. You called it.
I called it. Yep. I'm telling y'all, Josh Dobbs is not that bad of a quarterback. Cardinals are actually pretty decent. They just look like they're tanking. Because they're in a situation to tank. But the Cardinals won defense, period. Did you watch this game when it was on?
I was watching it. Yeah,
I think Dak maybe got sacked twice, maybe once though, because he got sacked for the first time this season. Threw his first pick also, but he they really just got to him. They didn't hit him, but they got to him and flustered him. And I think it was the best thing to prove that I'm right ever. So
yeah. You know ball. You know
I
ball.
know, I know ball. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, Gardner, but I know
that was a
ball.
fun game. That was a fun game. The Cowboys had every chance to come back too, and they just couldn't execute. They
Just gonna do it. What
they
did
lost twice. They beat themselves, and the Cardinals beat them.
let's see. Tony Pollard had 122, so
Nah, man.
it wasn't on him. Dak Prescott had 249. Yeah, interception though.
Yeah, they had
But
every chance to win that game and just couldn't pull it together.
yeah, and Josh Dobbs only went for 189. He's still good. I love that dude's bald head.
James Conner also kind of went crazy too.
Yeah, 98.
I like James Conner so
98,
much.
14 carries, 98 yards and one touchdown. Yeah. James
Yeah.
Conner is my success story. I hope he really blossoms into a really good running back, like really, really good running back. So
Well, he's not going to blossom.
but
He's at the end of his career, but he's
I
got
think
no
I
time left
hope
to
he
blossom.
continues to blossom. I guess I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
Continue to
They
blossom,
he
should
was
say.
a big part of it. They won
Yeah.
that game. All right, the last game I have
Yes.
on here: Steelers 23, Raiders 18. What are your thoughts?
I didn't really see much of this. I did. Did I pick the Raiders? I think I
I
picked
want
the
to say you
Raiders.
did.
I believe I did. Um, I also, before we get on this, I picked the Bucks to beat the Eagles. They just got blown out. So,
Yeah,
um, I don't know ball.
I never got to
So
that. I never got to say my pick on that one. I don't think,
you didn't, no, because I ran through them really quickly and then it ended.
but I think I picked the Steelers. I think, or that's who I was going to pick. Which saying it now, people don't believe me, but yeah,
Yeah,
Steelers
I don't
defense is
believe ball.
insane. Kenny Pickett is getting better every week. I don't think I wouldn't want him starting for my team, but I think he's getting better.
No.
George
Jimmy
Pickens,
Garoppolo had his first actual test this week, I would say. And besides, who do they beat by 1 point? Who were we talking about?
they beat the Broncos, and they also had their first test last
Broncos
week
dominant.
against the Bills. I would call that a test,
Yeah.
and they
So
failed miserably.
so they are now 1-2. They dropped to 1-2, but Jimmy Garoppolo does not look really good at all. He looks like Tom Brady's backup. So
Well, yeah,
I think it's pretty scary. I mean, he throws for 300 yards every game, but he also throws 3 or 4 picks every game. He's pretty
yeah,
much Dak Prescott, just better looking.
and I hate it. Devontae Adams had like 140 something receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
170.
Yeah, 170. I hate it for him so much. He
Yeah,
deserves the world.
he does, dude. He shouldn't have never left. He should have just re-signed with the Packers.
Yeah, or he should. I'm not gonna say he should have went to the Jets because that would be terrible. But
Yeah, that
yeah,
would
I hate it
suck.
for him. He was pretty sad in his press game or post game press conference. Guy does
Yeah,
not like
hey,
losing.
you see, I can't remember his name, that old lineman for the Broncos that was crying in his post game
Yeah, and
press conference.
they had the Broncos have every right to cry. If they shed real tears in the locker room, I'm not
That dude
upset
also
about
got a 5-year, $200 million contract. So yeah, I get that you like to win, but you're really getting paid, buddy.
it. Yeah, well,
So
the
let's
Broncos have not been good since Peyton Manning left.
yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't remember Paxton Lynch and Tim Tebow and Drew Lock and white boys represent in Bronco country.
Tebow was there before Manning.
Okay,
Mind blown.
whatever. Paxton Lynch and Drew Lock.
Drew Lock backing up
And there
Geno
was
Smith.
one more guy. There was one more guy that came through there, but I can't remember who it was.
Paxton Lynch. I haven't heard that name in forever. Who was it? Who was it? Who was after Paxton Lynch?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I can't remember.
I
It
know they
was I just looked up Broncos and 70-20 popped up. Go Fins. Fins up, man.
speaking I love like let's ask this question. Does that win say more about the Dolphins or more about the Broncos? Because the Broncos are a bad team.
I think it doesn't matter how bad of a team you are. If you get 70 put up on you, that's not you. That's not
Yeah,
something you cannot stop that. Now, granted, Broncos defense played absolutely horrible. It's hard to play good against a high flying Jeff Hardy like offense, but I use Jeff Hardy as a adjective. But
as you should.
um yeah, so it's hard to cover that, but still you let up 700 and what was it, 730 total yards, 750 total yards.
720 something, yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't really go on you much as holy crap, the Dolphins are really good.
Yeah, it's hard to hang 70 on anybody in the NFL. There are no easy wins in the NFL.
Eddie Bridgewater did. Oh, Joe Flacco went there too. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, he did.
Case
That's
Keenum. That's what it was. That's
this
what I
was
was looking
a
for.
this was a revenge game for the Dolphins. I hate to work hitting on the Dolphins so much, but revenge game in so many ways.
Dude, this is a Dolphin podcast now. Okay.
Yeah, this is a revenge game. Mike McDaniel, old Broncos ball boy, if y'all didn't know. There was the job opening 2 years ago. They wouldn't even give Mike McDaniel an interview. They hired Nathaniel Hackett instead, and we see how that went. Vic Fangio also.
Go ahead. Keep
Vic
talking.
Fangio, former head coach for the Broncos,
Or
absolute
defensive coordinator.
whomping.
Coach over there, or did he just defense coordinator?
No, he was a head coach. He was terrible as a head coach, but
That's maybe I don't remember.
yeah. Sean Payton, this was last year, said that Tua will be benched for Teddy Bridgewater to start.
Did you see? Did you see that? You remember that video of Patrick Beverly going crazy when they won a play-in uh game when he took his shirt off and like threw it in the crowd and
Yeah,
was going insane. I seen a picture that said Sean Payton when they benched Tua in the third quarter and he finally got what he predicted.
Yeah, technically he was right. He got
Yeah, he
benched
was benched. Teddy
for Mike,
Bridgewater did not come in, but
and Mike White threw a 70-yard bomb to
Robbie
I don't even know
Chosen.
what do we even call him?
Robbie
Chosen Anderson, Robbie
Chosen.
Chosen, whatever.
Robbie Anderson Chosen.
And it's not even
But
pointed out that Patrick Surtain was the guy guarding him, and he got
yeah,
burnt by a practice squad player. That no one, I haven't seen anyone say that yet.
yeah, Patrick Surtain
Yeah, the Broncos played starters
was
the whole game.
Robbie Chosen is actually really quick too, but he is a practice squad player. Nobody else wants him. We cut him and nobody picked him up. So he is a practice squad player. So
Yeah,
um but hey, while we're at it, let's talk about these games that just happened. There's one still going on. 16-9 in the third quarter with a minute 47 left. But the Bucks and the Eagles just got done, and the Bucks got blown out. One of my bad picks. So I didn't have any
yeah.
really bad picks besides the Jags and the Bucks.
It was
Uh,
closer at the beginning. Jalen Hurts still not. He's still not looking that great this year to me. Threw two picks tonight, two very stupid picks.
277 yards.
Yeah, uh, one throw and one rushing touchdown. That play where they just like those goal line plays where they just get, you know what I'm
They
talking about?
just
They get people behind them and they just push them. They if they ran that the whole game, they would win by
100%. Do you think that play should be banned? You
I don't
think
know. I
pushing
mean,
should be banned? You're an O
no.
lineman. You're an O lineman, so I know you've pushed people before. So do you
Well,
think pushing would be banned? Should be banned?
I don't think it should be banned. I think it's a sick play. Like it just shows like we're gonna run this ball and you're not gonna be able to stop it. We're getting 3 yards easy.
Yeah, you know what's coming. I don't know why people are so like you can't. Obviously, you can't stop it, but you know it's coming. So why
Nobody
are
can
you?
stop that play.
Yeah, there's no way. I think last year they had one play, one time that it got stopped on third down, and then they ran it again on 4th and 1 and got it. So
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
That same thing happened
But
tonight, but I'm not saying I've never seen it be stopped and like it hurt the Eagles.
yeah, exactly.
That their
So
O line is they got the best O line of maybe all time. They are that O line,
it's big
which
boys
I
out there, dude. They're insanely strong. They're insanely fast. They probably have the fastest O line. Uh, I will say Teron Armstead actually has one of the fastest 40-yard dashes of any offensive lineman in combine history, but
yeah, who cares?
that's just my Dolphin speaking. Um, but I just he has a 4.7. I couldn't run a 4.7 right now, and he's 250 pounds heavier than I am.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty fair.
he's insane. But the Bengals and the Rams, we'll go to this. We've kind of been watching slash not really. Puka Nakua, I think we should start talking about him more. He's the next Cooper Cup. He came out of nowhere. I really
Yeah,
don't know where he went to college. Do you know off the top of your
I
head?
don't need it. I think he went to I want to say USC, but I could be wrong.
Now that you say that, I think that's correct. Um,
No, he's insane. Most
yeah,
catches,
he,
most
he
catches in
actually
his first three
he went to
games.
Washington.
Okay, yeah, most catches in the first three games, and it was either Rams history or NFL history. He was at
I want to say
25 at one point tonight.
it was NFL
25
history because
catches.
Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was behind him on that.
Yeah, 25 catches. This was earlier. He may have more catches in his first three games. I like it. I like it. Matthew Stafford's connecting with the young guy.
Yeah, I think Matthew Stafford is very, very happy that he is there now, and because of Cooper Cup's injury, obviously. But he currently has actually Tyler Higbee has more yards than he does right now, which that really kind of doesn't mean anything. It's just the end of the third quarter, but he has 4 receptions for 35 yards on 5 targets. He also doesn't drop the ball. Like if he gets targeted, he brings it in.
No, yeah, he's good. He's
Haven't really
explosive. He's
seen
fun to
that
watch.
since Yeah, haven't really seen that since prime DeAndre Hopkins. So
Yeah, He's fun to watch. I like him. I like when young players that don't get any recognition in college come ball out.
Yep. Shout out Tyreek Hill. He did that. Fifth
Yeah.
round pick, by the way.
Speaking of
Fifth round pick.
back to the Dolphins, they showed a graphic yesterday. We have three track star like champions: Raheem Mostert, Devin Achan, and Tyreek Hill. We're all track
They
champions
ran
in college.
HN just won was it 4x4 and at Texas A&M? Did he run the 4x4 at Texas A&M?
I don't know what they ran. I just saw the graphic. They all had medals
I
on.
think I think he ran the 4x4 at Texas A&M and they won the national championship. So
Yeah, the five fastest recorded times in the NFL this year all belong to the Dolphins.
yeah, hey, that's just what we do, baby.
We're a Dolphins
Also,
podcast.
Joe Burrow's got it back, by the way.
I
Joe
haven't.
Burrow's he's
Go ahead.
he's sitting at 235 yards, 23 for 42. He's had 42 passing attempts in 3 quarters.
Okay, so yeah, I only paid attention to really the first half, and he looked. So I'm not sold on him being back yet. Not yet.
Well, he also has an injury right now. He's got that calf sprain that he's been dealing with. So
Uh,
they're winning 16-9. So
they did start out
let's
0
see.
2 last year too, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, they did start out 0-2 last year. Or they started out 1-2 and then beat us because we were 3-0. That's when Tua had his heart attack game.
Yeah, I was
But
about to say the last time the Bengals wore these all white uniforms to got a
yeah, I
pretty
think
bad
actually
concussion.
they wore him in the playoffs, but
Oh, did they?
um, the last time they wore him in the regular season would be when Tua uh tragically passed away almost.
Yeah,
And but he's back, MVP.
yeah,
Tua for
and
MVP.
God, it feels so good.
Feels
If it,
amazing.
oh, speaking of Tua, the last thing, then we gotta get out of here. But that shovel pass with his right hand, no looking, is my favorite play he's ever done. That was so
Yeah, and he did it twice actually. Nobody even
yeah,
saw the second time.
that was so awesome.
Yeah, it
I
was
can I
awesome. And
watched
I think HN is the future of the league also.
I
He's
watched that
what
play
Cam
50
Akers should
times
have
today.
been. So what?
Yeah, I said I watched that play 100 times today.
Yeah, I think Cam Akers did not play, but I think HN is what Cam Akers was supposed to be. Uh, the offense Cam Akers, he's from right up the road, but he sucks. So
All right, let's get out of here. New week 4 preview Friday morning. Yeah, week 4 preview coming out Friday
yeah, we're gonna
morning.
do it Thursday during the game.
Yeah, we'll record Thursday, put it out Friday. Make sure you tune in. DNA
We'll
show
do it before the game. Go ahead.
later.